let's get cooking.
Hey, how we doing? Okay, tonight we're doing coffee rubbed ribs, some gumbo rice, and that's about it. I think that's all we need, because there's vegetables in the rice. But anyway, we're doing this one a little different. I think the last one I did, I didn't have a shirt on. This one, I don't have any pants on. So, you see how that works there? All right, stay tuned. We'll see how it goes. All right, people. Today, we're doing coffee rubbed ribs. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, basically, some Folgers, and some kosher salt, and a couple other things that's none of your business. And you rub that sucker on there and let it sit. Normally, a good piece of meat would be overnight. But since, the ribs are thin or whatever, if you leave it on too long, it'll taste like ham. It'll still taste good, but it'll taste like ham. Well, you could do this before you smoke them. What's going to happen is we're going to wash these suckers off. Now, if they've been rubbed down, I sat in this dry marinade all night. Oh, baby, baby, baby. Oh, we made some fresh bread while we were waiting. Okay. Get back to you later. Once we wash them off, we'll do a little something with them. All right, people. Ta-ta, toodaloo, and a bye-bye for now. Hey, all right, so let's take care of these ribs. I got a little bit of onion. I'm just a rough chop, okay? I have a slight bit of water in there, maybe about like that. So when she starts leaking out that coffee, you know what I mean? Oh, we lost one. Yeah. So that'll hold like some of the coffee flavor. And I don't want to get my pan all sticky and everything. Just been through a lot so far. So that's all I've had. So I don't feel like cleaning it so much. So we're going to sort of braise it in the oven. So let's get these garlic cloves ready. Like I said, I'm just winging it here. Nothing specific. Couple smashes. There we go, to get that goodness out of there. Now we've washed off our ribs. We washed off the coffee and the salt. Okay. Yeah, that looks nice, doesn't it? You see that dark color? That looks beautiful. All that coffee's in there, baby. In there. Yeah, let's get rid of some of that. Okay. Also, what you can do, let me show you something while we're at it. Let me show you something. Okay, just with the regular fork. A fork with long tines, okay? Fork with long tines. So if you want to make them even more tender, just slide in right between the bone. Okay, right between the bone. And then pull up. Okay? She should come. There we go. I could have pushed it a little more, but you see that membrane coming up? You see that? Yeah. That's stuff that gets caught in between your teeth. And if you hadn't noticed, I can't afford it. You know what I mean? I gotta get dental implant one tooth at a time. Yeah. Okay. So it looked a little more difficult than what it is. Okay. There you go. So that's for that. I really want to leave them. I don't know if I want to put sauce on them or not. I say nay. I can always put sauce on them after, right? So let's put those on the bottom. Okay. We'll slide this one across the top. We're not really crowding the pan. Well, we are, but that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Okay? And that should be it. You know? So, you know, we dry marinated, okay? Well, a rub. We did a coffee rub. Coffee and kosher salt. We rubbed it in there, rubbed it in there, rubbed it in there. And we let it sit overnight. You don't have to cover it or anything. It'll be covered with salt. So, you don't have to wrap it. So, yeah, what happens is the salt draws some of the water out. And then as it rehydrates, it takes in the flavor of what's there, like the salt in the coffee. Okay, does that make sense? Like it's breathing. Huh? You breathe out, and then you take in all that flavor. So that's what the ribs are doing. All right? And I think we're just going to wrap them up. Wrap them up. And that should be it. You know? Yeah, I think that's it. We'll see later. What, my clicker don't work? Come on. This is ridiculous. All right, it's go time. Let's see what we got. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You see that? I don't even like coffee. But I like this. Well, I don't drink coffee. Well, I'm not allowed to drink coffee because I get old like that for like a long time. So I'm not allowed. And we got our rice here. All right. Give us a second here. And we'll start plating. Okay. First we're going to do the ones. Remember we took the membrane off the back? Look at there. Huh? That's the one we took the membrane off the back. So it's not really holding the bones in. So, think if you like that, you know. Pull a couple more of these bones out of there. Okay, that's that one. Let's see here. Let's do it a little thin. Just a little thinner. They look better on a plate, thinner. Oh, look at that steam coming out of them suckers. Look at this. Look at that. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Put them back in the juice while we cut the other ones. This was sort of like the end piece. So, see, that's another thing when you look at that nice rich brown color. That's another thing when you take the membrane off, your bones will fall out. So, like you saw how I cut that thinner. If the bones are still in it, you have to cut around the bones, of course. So you got a different size. Down here we can do what we want. Look at that, juicy. Good gosh. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. Okay. Last one. So, I get them from this side where you can see the bone. Okay, most of them, the bones are going to end right about there. That's where, you know, rib tips or rib ends. Well, that's what that is. Okay. I cut them in little squares. You know? Because I don't know if we're going to eat all of this. So, I might use squares for something else. Like a little appetizer or something. Okay? Once again, nice, rich color. Look how juicy. You see that? Man, oh shekels. Okay? Let's get rid of you. Now, for a gumbo rice, nothing really special, but it's good. I can assure you that. Anything you make that's good is okay. Yeah, look at that. Nice. I also put a little bit of the drippings in there to give it like a little smoky flavor as well. Okay, we got that. Now, let's see, we have our plates garnished. Got a little flour deal going on. I made this before, but there's no reason why you can't use them again. Just put them in cold water. And actually they'll start to bloom a little bit more or bend and twist a little bit more. So this one, let's see. We got some boneless. And a bone. Alright, there we go. You want to see that? There you go. This one. You see what I mean? You leave it in cold water. She starts doing stuff, you know? Give you something to put in your mouth, but you gotta have something for your eyes too, right? So, a little boneless. And a bone. I wanted to actually, let's give a, I got a little bit of barbecue sauce here. So, let's see. Got a little barbecue sauce here. For mine, I'm just going to give a little spoon over the top. Just a little bit like that. A little bit on the plate so I can swab it, you know? And that's it. For the wife, we'll give her a dipper. Okay? So there you go. Coffee rubbed ribs. Ooh, that's some eating right there. Okay. Oh, I almost forgot. Remember I made fresh bread, right? I'm not a big bread person for dinner, but when it's fresh, oh, look at that. Look at that. See how spongy that is? Huh? That's nice. So, we give one piece of bread. Now, let's try that again. Have a look-see at that. We make them nice down here. Okay? Alright. That's some good eating. And listen, you know what you gotta do now. Man, put it in your mouth. Alright?